What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it, and use it to make a huge impact on the world. Enjoy. Movement Makers! How we doing? Happy Thursday! All right, let's get this show on the road. Today, we are going to be talking about going live and capturing content. Let's talk about Instagram Lives. The first one that we've talked about in the past has been coaching. So the beautiful thing about doing live is that it forces you to make content. What ends up happening to so many people, myself included, when I was getting started with content, is you hesitate, you want to have the perfect script, you're worried about the perfect lighting and the microphone and all of these reasons why you can't just make content. But when you're live, you're live. You're showing up, you're giving information, and you hope that it works out. and it forces you to create content immediately. It's fast. You have stuff going up. Is it going to be perfect? No. But it's a great way to kind of get out of your head and get through your fears to actually make something for your channel to start building your brand. And so the easiest place to start is coaching. Coaching, your goal is to have people come on, they share a problem, you help them. Your goal is to, like in this is an example of a coaching call that I did on Instagram. Your goal is to get somebody to have a breakthrough. Your goal is to get somebody emotional, to understand why they're at the point where they're at right now, and to help them through it. And for others to experience that journey with them, right? The best parts of a lot of the seminars that I go to is the interventions or the live coaching that people do, right? The best part of the Brendan Burchard event that I was speaking at was the intervention, even my own, right? It's like, hey, you guys understand this? And a woman stood up and said, I don't quite get it. Okay, let's work through this, me and you together in front of the whole room, right? And go to the whiteboard and start helping them solve the problem. Those are always the best parts, more than the scripted versions. And so your goal is to help them understand why they're at the point where they're at, get the breakthrough, and have everybody experience that in the process. So coaching needs to be a part of your ongoing content strategy. I want you to get them emotional. I want people, you look at the woman I'm coaching here, she's having an emotional time here. It doesn't mean that everybody needs to cry on your session, but I need them to have an aha moment. I need them to come in feeling confused, maybe hopeless, and leave feeling like they've got the strategies and the belief. Those two things combined. When they leave you, they've got the strategies to go do something and the belief that it's possible for them. It's my intention for everything. Even here for you guys, I'm trying to give you the strategies on how to do it and the belief that you can do it too. Okay? Coaching. The second one is mentoring. And we haven't talked a lot about this for Instagram Lives, but it's super valuable. Think about the people who are in your circle, who are maybe part of your team or people who you just really like, and doing it as an ongoing series. So the difference between coaching and mentoring, at least for me, is, the coaching is one-off experience you guys are having. Somebody comes in, maybe you see them again, maybe you never see them again. A lot of people I've had on as coaching for Instagram Lives, they just say, hey, pick me, and I pick them, and I may never see them again. Mentoring, I see as more of an ongoing relationship, where this is somebody who you want to help. This is somebody who you are invested into and want to see them build and grow. So this guy right here, his name is Kyle Manko. He's one of the best League of Legends players in North America. And he also plays Timo, which is the character that I play. And I sponsor him. So I actually pay him every month to coach me in League of Legends and to splash my branding on his live stream. But part of that is we do a mentoring session every month where I love this guy. Huge heart, wants to serve, used to be homeless and slept outside of a Walmart in his car, addicted to all sorts of different alcohol, etc. And he turned his life around, built a full-time business off of playing League of Legends and making YouTube content. And I want to see him share his message to the world. So I said, Kyle, let's start a regular show where I'm going to coach you on how to build this business. and let's do it live on Instagram. So he joins in, usually about once a month, and I help him. And again, with coaching and mentoring, all you're doing is saying you're just showing up, right? I don't know what he's going to bring when he comes. I know it's about YouTube. I know it's about his Twitch stream. I know it's about building his business, but I don't know what he's going to bring up this month. And that's great. You know, it's not some set presentation every single time. You actually get to sit there and help somebody. So there may be somebody in your life. I challenge you to think about, is there anybody in your life who you could give some mentoring to? It may be somebody on your team who you're building up. It may be a friend or a niece or a nephew or somebody in your circle who you really feel like when you talk to them, they take the feedback and they do something with it. And now we're putting in a structured way of having that relationship both help them more and also the world. I had another one where there were these two guys, and I was a guest on their podcast, and I loved them so much. And they said, hey, we'd love to have you mentor us in exchange for being featured inside of our podcast. And I don't really even care about being featured inside their podcast. I never paid attention if it was there or not, but I like the idea of having a mentoring series. And so we made this series that was once a month as well, where they came on, I came on, we did it over Instagram Live, and I helped them. Hey guys, what's up this month? What do you need help with? Where are you? Where are you at? What happened last month? What's great about the mentoring version is it's like, what happened last month? I said to do this. Where are we now? And what's going to happen in the next month? It's that continuity. And it also shows you as a mentoring coach holding people's feet to the fire a little bit for some accountability, as opposed to a normal coaching session, which would just be, here's what you should do. Okay, let's go. But then you may never see them again. As this helps simulate what a actual paid mentorship would look like. So if somebody is working with you, this is what they can expect. I don't sell coaching services, but if I did, people get a sense of how I do it. Right? Like, oh, that could be me. That could be me being coached by Evan and him pushing me to do better, right? I may not want it to be live for everybody, but that's great. That's why you have your paid program. Think of somebody in your life who you like working with, who you like mentoring and guiding. And whenever you're with them, you give them advice, they take it, and then they're updating you, and just making this a more formal process. Put it in the calendar. Instead of meeting them by chance once every 6 months, now you're having a monthly meeting with them and you're making it public. They may not be able to share everything public, but they can share a lot. And in that process, a lot of people can learn as well. So mentoring, coaching, mentoring. Next is interviews. So I strongly push every interview for people who want to come on my channel to do an Instagram Live. It's my number one. This is Wim Hof. So if you guys know Wim Hof, the Iceman, he's crazy. He's amazing. Cold baths, breathing techniques. He's been on the show a couple times. I did his workshop here in Toronto. We filmed it. We've done a couple other videos. Now he's doing another PR tour. And instead of going YouTube first, we did Instagram. Kevin O'Leary, same thing. Shark Tank, right? Promoting his new investments that he's made. Same thing. It's going to go to YouTube, but we start off on Instagram. Dean Graziosi, same thing, right? So this became a YouTube video. Here's the YouTube video, right? We turn it into, you can see the thumbnail. He's wearing the same thing. He's in that actual room. We take the thumbnail from the actual video and we turn it. We just have to flip it to go horizontal. So every time we're doing outreach to do interviews or people are coming to me to say, hey, can I be on your channel? Then it's Instagram first, ideally. Not everybody says yes. Seth Godin said no. Seth Godin said, no, let's do it as a Zoom. Like, okay. You're the boss. Let's do it as a Zoom. Everybody else, though, has said yes. So there's a 60% chance we're going to be doing Tony Robbins next week. We're doing Deepak Chopra coming up. We're doing Marie Forleo coming up. We've got a bunch of people. coming up that are going to be some pretty exciting interviews. And I'm defaulting to Instagram Live to have them on and then turn into YouTube videos and put it on my channel. What's so great about this, and I've talked about it before, but I really want to pound that message home, is when you go live with somebody, it tells both of your audiences that you're live. So I discovered that maybe a week before my last Tony Robbins interview. And I was kicking myself to say, this should have been an Instagram Live. Because if we did an Instagram Live, his entire audience would be notified that I'm live with him as well. So when you're interviewing people, now you may not be at the point yet where you're interviewing Dean and Tony and Deepak and these people, that's fine. But if there's somebody who you would like to interview, who might be at a smaller level, who still has a bigger audience than you, default to making it on Instagram Live, because when you're live together, their audience gets notified and then they learn about you. So whoever, we have a list of 100 people. And I've got a guy named Bo who helps me do all of the outreach to get people on the show. And I give him a list of 100 people. You could make your own list of 100 people. And you can put some big names on there, like big, crazy names, right? I mean, I have Elon Musk on my list and Oprah Winfrey on the list and Kanye West on the list and, all those people. And we're working towards that. It's a long, crazy process to get those people on because they don't do this kind of stuff. But then also people further down. You could build your own list where you've got the 10% of people who are the impossibles, but it's good to have that ambition and drive to get them. And then the others are people who you're working towards actually potentially getting, people who have a mission, a message that you want to help share, and that you're working towards bringing them on your show. I don't like it as an only strategy for you guys. I don't want you only to be doing interviews, because I want you to be the thought leader as well. I want you to be the coach as well. I want people to hear your voice and your opinions and what you've got to say. So you're not just what I call the Larry King, right? Just the person asking the questions. But as part of a content mix, it's great. And as a way to hack other people's audiences, it's fantastic. So look at some of the people who have a bigger audience than you, who you genuinely care about and like them and would love to have a chance to interview them, and bring them on. Invite them to join, especially when they're talking about a new book. Tony right now has a new program that he has coming up, a new free initiative he's launching. And so he's trying to get attention on it. Jeremy on my team, who does the YouTube consulting, loves Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio wrote the book Principles. He loves Ray Dalio. And Ray Dalio is super recluse and doesn't do a lot of stuff. He did a whole bunch of media around principles. Now he's geared up. That was 3 years ago? He's geared up to do a new launch for a new book that he's doing. So now's the time. Like, Jeremy, if you want to talk to Ray, now is the time to do it. People may not talk to you. Like, even for guys like Dean, I don't call up Dean and say, hey, Dean, how long was this video? 26 minutes? Do you have 26 minutes to just chat? Tony Robbins is not, hey, Tony, you got half an hour just to chill, right? This doesn't happen. But when it's public, people are much more likely to say yes. And so it's something to think about for your own content strategy for sure. If you want to watch the full 85-minute version of this video and train with me live twice a month to build your online audience, make money from it, and use it to change the world, you have to join my Movement Makers program. For more information, click the link right there next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.